All right, again, happy Monday, guys. Thank you for joining us, Shelly, Kim, Oscar, Ken, love it. Thank you guys for being on. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. I don't know about you, but I kind of like this weather just because it's not, well, because my body is going through some things. So I'm always hot. So this weather is like nice and cool and it allows me to not be so sweaty as I'm out there in the field showing property. Anybody have any open houses this weekend that they did or showings? No, I was out showing my client and myself, and a lot of activity on open houses, you guys. So definitely, work to get those open houses because it's a lot of activity. Kim, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say we had one, but it was canceled.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Yeah, that sucks. Um, yeah, and it's hard to double book because, right, because you don't want to be if you get somebody that says yes, and then you don't want to double book because just in case they both hold up. But you can always double book because actually, as I was saying that, you can double book because you can always get another agent, right, to hold a second open. Um, if both of them stand up, because we have agents that are here on the ready, like Armando Pino, he's ready to do open houses if you need a backup. Stephanie Reynoso is available to do open houses. Clarissa. So we've got a bunch of agents who will definitely, Ken, I know, is doing them with, I think you guys are doing them, a couple of them together. So I know, a lot of agents right now want to do open houses. So definitely use those opportunities. If you get a couple of them, spread them around. And then the other thing is to keep in mind, if anybody out there needs opportunities to learn, I know that the Avalon group, Leo does open houses literally. I think Jennifer said like Thursday through Sunday, you guys. So definitely some opportunity there for you to learn from someone who's consistently doing open houses. And then
Brandy,
yeah.
Tuesday through Sunday.
Oh,
Six
Tuesday through
days.
Sunday.
6 days
Oh,
a week. Yeah.
wow. 6 days a week, you guys, he's doing open houses. So clearly he knows what he's doing. And you guys have an opportunity to shadow Leo during those open houses. They just need advance notice. And then Shelly, how did your event go this weekend?
It went really well. The Spanish class was a little smaller than the English, but it turned out to be it wasn't too huge, and that was good because we were right, we were in the office, so it wasn't like we had a bunch of seats. But let's see, English, there was probably maybe about 8 or 9 people.
Nice. It's a
Yeah.
nice turnout.
And a few of them are definitely getting their living trust going. Yeah, it was a really
Wonderful.
I thought I knew a lot about living trust, but I learned a lot.
You did. Oh, that's
Yes.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Good deal. I love
Yeah.
it. Well, wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that. So you guys, they did a living trust class in English and in Spanish. And that's a client event, right? And public, right, Shelly?
It was a client event. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it was for anybody, but it was mainly our clients, and we had an attorney host it. So he spoke. So it was an estate planner, yeah.
An estate planner. That's wonderful. That sounds like, I mean, that's a hit, you guys. Especially as your database gets older, or if you have older family, things like that, that's a real hit to do an event like that, because they need the knowledge. And a lot of us in the Black and Brown communities do not get that type of education. And so they think because they have a will that's going to cover them and that will avoid probate. And that is so not the truth. Okay. So so it's our job to educate them on that. Sticking. But definitely, Shelly, I'm so happy to hear that you guys had a good turnout on that. So all right, let's
Thank you.
get moving. You're welcome. So You guys know TCPA compliance is real, so do not call anyone that is on the do not call list. So let's hop into LA County. So LA County, again, we're doing fairly well in LA County. And actually, I will say, you guys, I'm starting to see more inventory because, again, I'm personally looking, and we are our criteria is pretty broad. But we are starting to see more inventory come up in LA County, even over like the Corona area, which is, I believe, Riverside County. Or yeah, I think it's Riverside County. I know there's more inventory out there, but for us in our search criteria, LA County is actually we're starting to see more. And that's likely because we're in the summer months now, right? So let's look at our numbers for this week and month. So right now, we're for sale properties are up 9.5% over last month. So right now, remember, we're looking at just the first 2 days in the month. Okay, this is 6/1 and 6/2 over 5/1 and 5/2 compared to 5/1 and 5/2. So we're literally talking about 2 days in the month. So I'm not gonna go over a lot of that because I mean, it's so preliminary, right? It's a little too early to be looking at that. But let's look at, where we are at right now in terms of year to date. So January to June 2nd, because that really is what the big indicators are. That's what the real numbers are going to start showing us. The trends are going to start showing us. So for sale properties active on the market, we are up 32.1% over last year. So that definitely is a good sign. And then sold properties are actually zero change over last year. And remember, people had said sales are really going to slow down this year, right? And actually it has not slowed down. It's actually just keeping pace right now at this time in the year. And we're expecting that the summer is going to bring, the solds up. So hopefully with these inventory numbers, we have more for sale inventory. That'll bring about more pendings, which will bring about more sold properties, right? So pendings are up 0.8%, so not much. However, they are up at least almost 1% over last year. And again, the sold properties are actually just keeping pace with last year. So properties that have actually closed escrow at this time. New listings are up actually 13.6% over last year. And then again, because this is just the first 2 days of the month, these are just comparisons over the first 2 days of the month, down 85.6%, right? So last year, we had 592 properties, new listing properties on the market. And then this year, only 85 these first 2 days of the month. So let's look at this next week and see if we see a significant jump in new listing inventory in LA County. We'll have to keep an eye on this. All right, let's look at average active price. Average active price is actually down 7.7% over last year. So again, in LA County, sellers are asking for 7.7% lower than they were last year. However, they're receiving 4.1% higher than they were last year. So they're asking for almost 8% lower. However, they're receiving 4.1% higher. And that definitely is because of demand. Excuse me. Because we do have a high amount of demand out there from buyers, even though interest rates are, in the sevens, right? Even though interest rates are in the sevens, people have settled into that is the interest rate. Oscar, did you have something to say? No? Okay. Normally when you guys come off mute, I'll ask. All right. So, so the average sold price is actually still gone up a normal amount of appreciation in LA County. Now, let's look at absorption rate. So absorption rate, we were at 2.1 months of inventory last year. We're at 2.7 months of inventory currently in LA County, an increase of 29%, which is great. That is a great number for us to be able to show our sellers or show our buyers, right, that inventory has improved a little bit. Again, though, it's so important that they understand that we are in with a 2.7 months of inventory. We are still in a buyer's market. I'm sorry, a seller's market. So that means that the buyers must have a sense of urgency, right? They must have a sense of urgency. And we communicate that in the buyer consultation. So some of these slides you can actually incorporate into your buyer presentation to be able to show them that, again, it's not you saying it. You are just the interpreter of the market, right? This is not Kim's data. This is market data. And I don't make the market, I just interpret it. That's one of my go-to sayings, especially in a listing presentation, is I don't make the market, I simply interpret it, right? Because none of us make the market. We are dealt the market, and we do what we have to do inside of the market, right? In terms of what it gives us. And right now we're in a seller's market. So we've got to be out there for our buyers, letting them know they got to have a sense of urgency, right? All right. So average days on market, no change over last month. And then a 15.8% decrease over last year. So last year we were at 38 days on market. Currently we were at 32 days on market. So properties are not staying on the market as long as they were last year. Again, demand is up. So we would expect that the properties are not going to stay on the market as long as they would last year. Okay. And inventory although it's gotten a little bit better, it is still not meeting demand, right? Supply is still not meeting demand, right? So of course, we're going to see lower days on market, more competition. Sold versus original list price. So we are up 2.1%. Sellers were getting 96% of list price last year. Currently, they're getting 98% of list price, which is great. Sellers are happy. They're getting close to 100% of their list price in LA County. All right, let's go to Orange County and look at what the OC is doing. So the OC, all the numbers are in the green, so they are definitely in the positive. And if you remember, all of our three major numbers in LA County were actually good as well. The sold was even, right? So although it looked red and said 0, it was still even, okay? All right, so in Orange County, for sale properties is up 19.3% over last year, which again, we're moving in the right direction. Solds are up 4.1% over last year, and pendeds are up 4.3% over last year. So again, that definitely is a good sign, and we will keep an eye on these other two categories, month over month, and month over month compared to the year. Right. We'll keep an eye on that next week when we have a little bit more, a few more days to actually track that data. Okay. But right now we'll focus on year to date, because this is where we're at as of June 2nd compared to last year as of June 2nd. Right. So as of the mid-year mark in Orange County, we are definitely doing fairly well. All right, so new listing inventory is also doing well, up 10.3% over last year, again, which is great. We want to see new listing inventory go up as compared to last year, because we definitely need more inventory on the market. And then looking at average active price in Orange County is up 5.5% over last year. And it is average sold price is up 16.5% over last year. And we talked a little bit about this last week. With the inventory being so scarce in Orange County, buyers are fighting for the same properties, right? They are in the bidding war in Orange County. So although they're only asking 5.5% higher, Orange County sellers are getting 16.5% higher. So they are extremely happy. And then if you look at the months of inventory, look, it's extremely low. Unlike LA County, we're in the 2 months of inventory. In Orange County, we're only at 1.6 months of inventory right now. So we were at 1.4 last year. We're at 1.6 currently, an increase of 14%, which is great. However, again, we need it to go up, right? All right. So average days on market is actually down 31.4%, which again, because of all the other indicators that we're looking at, we expect that average days on market is going to go down. If inventory is low and supply or demand is high, you expect that properties are going to get snatched off the market pretty quickly, right? So we were at 35 days on market last year. We are at 24 days on market currently, guys. So properties are not even staying on the market 3 weeks, 3 good weeks, right? Or 4 good weeks. And like we talked about before, don't be fooled by this 24. I was talking with Dominic, who is one of our top producers here in the office last week. And he was just telling me how he's in Orange County. And how properties are just flying off the market. So don't be surprised when properties are not staying on the market but 7 days, right? All right. So sold versus original list price. Properties last year, sellers were getting 97% of their list price. Currently, they're getting 98% of their list price. So an increase of 1%. Right. So sellers, again, are happy in OC. They're getting close to their 100% of their list price. And again, we know, because we look at this all the time, we know that in certain areas that they are getting 102, 103% of their list price. All my offers, you guys, have been over asking, all of them, at least 20,000 over asking, every single one. So sellers are definitely still getting over their list price. It just depends on the area and it depends on the property. All right, let's go to Riverside County. So Riverside County is for sale properties up 36.5% over last year. So they've got it. We've definitely seen some good gains in inventory in Riverside County, 36.5% over last year. Now, sold properties has taken a little downward trend of 2.3% over last year. And then pendant properties is up 1.4% over last year. So properties have gone into escrow is actually up 1.5% over last year. However, sold properties has gone down a little bit, 2.3% over last year. So hopefully we'll see that this inventory here, right, is going to roll into our pendants and roll into our solds. If we are not seeing that, that is because we are seeing buyers take a step back and see if these interest rates are going to go down. A lot of people, like I was talking to one of my clients this morning on the way in, Al, and Al was saying, hey, Brandy, you know, I'm waiting for the interest rates to go down. And I said, Al, you know what? I was just in an economic talk last week, and, you know, interest rates we're not hearing that interest rates are going to come down. Right? The Fed is not talking about it. No one's hearing that interest rates are going to come down. And the reality is that it could take 2 years, right, for the interest rates to come down. And at that point, you're going to be looking at prices going up. So are you really winning if you wait for interest rates to go down, but prices have gone up? I said, it actually doesn't make sense. And this is an investor. He knows, he understands numbers. So when I'm talking to him, he's like, oh my God, yeah, that's right. And I'm like, so wouldn't it make sense for you to buy now versus you buying later at a higher principal amount just because you're getting a lower interest rate? If you buy now, you're getting a lower principal and then you can refinance. And so we had to have that conversation. And I didn't think I would have to have that conversation with someone who is savvy, but people don't think straight sometimes. So we have to redirect them. And that's what I had to do. And so he's like, oh, and then I told him, I said, and what about buying down the interest rate? I'm like, depending on what kind of property you're talking about, depending on, you know, what it is, we can still look at buying down the interest rate. So you guys don't forget that for your clients, buying down the interest rate is still very much so a possibility. If they're at a 7 and you want to buy it down to a 6, yes, the seller does have to pay for it. The buy down program has to be seller financed or seller paid for, I should say. However, the reality is that you could pay a little bit over the asking price and have the seller give that back to you in a credit. Okay. So just think about that. And if you have questions about that, I'd be more than happy to answer. But that's definitely something that we've used in the past, a strategy that we've used in the past. And I just think maybe it's gotten a little bit lost because of the competition. Okay. But it can be used in certain cases. So new listing inventory is up 12.5% over last year. So we are seeing some new listing inventory, not as much as in San Bernardino County, but definitely seeing some new listing inventory hit the market. So that's great, to the tune of 12.5% increase. And then average active price has gone up 4.1% over last year. And average sold price has gone up 8.1% over last year. So sellers are asking for 4.1% higher than they did last year. However, they are receiving 8.1% higher than they did last year. Okay, so being very reasonable in what they're asking, and as a result of the inventory issues, definitely receiving higher than they are asking. And then months of inventory is up 41.2% over last year. So last year we were sitting at 1.9 months of inventory, and currently we're sitting at 2.7 months of inventory. So that again is a good trend. We want to see more inventory come on the market as we keep going, and hopefully getting into more of a normal market where we see 4 months of inventory. All right, average days on market has gone down 15.7%. So we were at 51 days on market. We are currently at 43 days on market. And then there is no change in the sold versus original list price. So sellers were getting 96% of list price last year. They are getting 96% of list price this year. All righty, so no change in that metric. All right. So that is it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, let's go to San Bernardino County. For some reason, I thought I had done San Bernardino County. I'm so backward. All right, so let's look. Any questions about Riverside County? We good? All right, let's go. San Bernardino County. All right, for sale properties is up 33.9%. All right, so properties that are actually on the market in San Bernardino County are up 33.9%, which again is a good sign. That means we have more inventory than we did last year. However, look at our other two numbers. Sold properties are down 2.9% over last year, and pendeds are down 3.3%. So not huge numbers being decreasing. However, definitely something to be noted, because again, we want to look at the trends and look at how the market is behaving, right? And right now, although we've got more inventory out there, we are seeing a slowdown in sales and in pendeds. So we'll keep an eye on that and see if that trend continues, or if we can bounce back during our summer months. All right, new listing inventory has gone up 13.3% over last year. So that is great, because we need some new listing inventory coming on the market. Average active price has gone up 1.1%. So again, sellers in San Bernardino County are asking for 1.1% higher than they did last year, which is completely reasonable. It's the lowest appreciation we've seen across the 4 counties that we're looking at, or the other 3 counties that we're looking at. And they're receiving 5.4% higher than they were last year. Very normal amount of appreciation, right? And then looking at the months of inventory, we're up 38.1%. We were at 2.4 months of inventory. We have 3.3 months of inventory currently. So an increase of 38.1%. So again, in San Bernardino County, we are actually doing better than all other counties, right? In terms of months of inventory, we are actually in the 3 months of inventory, which is unlike the other counties. So definitely San Bernardino County looks like it is going into that normal market a lot faster than the other counties. All right, so average days on market, we're down 18.4% over last year. We were at 49 days on market. We're at 40 days on market currently. And again, you've got more inventory. So days on market, although it's going down, is still longer than the other counties, right? And then sold versus original list price has gone up 1%. We were at 97% of list price last year. We're at 98% of list price this year. So although we're seeing more inventory, more months of inventory, a slowdown in sales a little bit in San Bernardino County, San Bernardino County sellers are still happy because they are still getting close to 100% of their list price. So although certain indicators are moving us into a normalized market, sellers are still doing very well in San Bernardino County, right? So it's still a good sign. They're still in a seller's market, and it's still good signs for sellers and good signs for buyers because again, where's that metric? Because we aren't seeing gross amounts of appreciation right here. I'm sorry, average active price, right? Prices have only gone up 5.4% over last year. So it's actually good for both buyers and sellers. All right. All right, guys, upcoming, we went over that. Yep, upcoming events. Let's talk about our upcoming events. So today we've got group coaching at 12. We have got tomorrow, we've got conversations in real play with John Boteo. We have got let's see here. I think we've got, we put it on the wrong day. It's actually Wednesday the 5th, which is our awards ceremony, guys. So Wednesday the 5th is our awards ceremony. This is late. We normally do this in March, so we are definitely running behind on our award ceremony, but this is our 2023 awards. I want everybody to come out. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be in the Look Dine-In Downey Theater across the way from us. You know where we park in that structure. It's right next door to that. So we want everybody to come out, scan this QR code because you must RSVP for it. So make sure that you scan the QR code. Everybody got their phone out, they're scanning. I actually got an RSVP myself. So make sure you scan it. All right. Everybody got it? We good? I'm gonna move on. It's gonna be a fun time. It doesn't cost you a thing. You do have to reserve it, but it doesn't cost you a thing. All right. So make sure that you sign in, make sure that you're there. It's going to be Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Again, we're going to have a good time. We're going to honor and celebrate our top producers. And it's going to be a really good time. We're going to have a couple of our people there who are our vendors there, our business partners there. So it's going to be a really good time. All right. And let's see. Moving on, we've got our tech workshop with Martha. I know a lot of you guys attend the tech workshop. Talk to me about the tech workshop. Are you guys enjoying the tech workshops with Martha?
I know I'm learning a lot.
Excellent. Excellent. I love it, Oscar. Yes, I'm sure everybody who's attending is learning a lot. It is to me, she knows that technology really well, and she does a great job with taking her time with you guys. Like she's normally there. It goes from 1 to 2, but she's normally there until freaking 4 o'clock. It's crazy. So if you really want to learn the technology, Martha is more than willing to sit and teach. All right. And then next week, you guys, on Thursday, we have got our first step to bold. It is free. Everybody should be in on the June 13th, the first step to bold. It is free. We want you guys to sign in, sign up, get on board. It is going to be a great, great, great class. If you want to improve your production and get yourself going for this second half of the year, this is where you want to be. You want to be a bold. All right. All right. Industry news. I just wanted to let you guys know. Home buyer files appeal challenging the Sitzer-Burnett settlements. And all this is that a plaintiff in the 2 commission lawsuits, they are filing an appeal challenging the settlements that were reached. Okay. So everybody is a money grab. Everybody's trying to get more money. Everybody is appealing, everybody wants to appeal the way that it's going to be proportioned out, and so forth. So, here they are, filing an appeal, to challenge it. So, so we'll see what happens with this. We're keeping our eye on it. Now, just so you know, others who have filed an appeal have been declined. And what this means to you guys, it means, honestly, it means nothing. We are moving forward with our trainings. We are moving forward with helping you guys with our scripts, and being able to articulate your value. And so this has no bearing on you. It's just, again, as a realtor, as someone who has knowledge of the market and knowledge of what's going on in our industry, we always want to make sure that you understand what's going on. So that's why we bring this up. It's just so that you understand what's going on. Okay. So if somebody says, oh, what's going on with all those, court cases that, you know, are going against realtors, you could say, you know what, it's still up in the air. Although they made a final decision, we have appeals process and people who are appealing the final decision. So it's still up in the air. However, the National Association of Realtors has proposed certain changes to the MLS and to our processes and to our contracts, which should benefit buyers and sellers. And those are supposed to go into effect in August. Right? That's our response. Because everything else is still in the air, but we do have National Association of Realtors has proposed changes that we are expecting to be approved and implemented in August, right? And that's what Ed's been teaching us and so forth. So, all right, any questions, guys? Any questions? No? All right, well, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for participating, and I will see you here in the office hopefully
Brandy,
this week.
I have a question.
tomorrow.
Sorry, I have a
Oh, go
question.
ahead,
My,
Michelle.
my laptop died and I didn't get the QR code. So if you can send it to me somehow another way, maybe.
Here, are you on your phone right now? Can I share it with you right now?
Well, yeah, but how do I do it from my phone right now?
Oh, are you on? You just use
I'm
your
on
camera.
my phone. Oh, okay. Maybe I could just screenshot it then and then. I don't know.
Yep, use your camera, and then when you're even though you're on your phone, go to your camera and just it should automatically come up like you're taking a picture. Do you have an iPhone? I should have asked that.
I don't know.
Okay, then I don't know what it'll do. Okay, yeah, I could send it. We're actually going to send this out right now, so don't worry, it'll be in your email.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Everybody else good? All righty, have a good day, guys. Take care. See
Bye,
you
Brandy.
soon.
Thank you.